Hi guys. I'm going to be doing a little review on Modern OM. They are a community-based meditation group. I'm Kayla again. Um, that's me. I'm probably tired, but I can also float when I meditate. This is my agenda, just a little quick walkthrough of what we're going to be covering today. So a little bit about the business. Modern OM is a company established in 2015. Originally, they were more product-based, and they're making the transition to a community service type program. So their current problem is they're experiencing blockers with creating that community space for their users. And just to kind of fill in those gaps that I may not understand about the meditation community, their users, I made a UX canvas. And from that, I was able to get my success and failure metrics. So some things that would let me know that I'm succeeding would be increase in site traffic, positive user reviews, and then people signing up for their membership. Some failure metrics would be users are not aware of class details and class and event decline. We believe, this is my hypothesis, Modern OM will see an increase in their community engagement if they're given access to straightforward booking systems. So a little bit about the market space. I took a little bit from the app space as well as other local Miami companies such as Headspace and Energy. So some points of opportunity for OM would be offering education for their users and somewhere where they're unique to the rest of the company or the market is that they're offering an e-commerce section. So just as a physical representation of where they are in the market, they are more e-commerce focused, and like I said prior, they are trying to make a shift to community service. So a little bit about the user research. I did 7 interviews, as well as some user testing as far as signing up for a booking and clicking through the website. And some, pullouts that I found were people really enjoy meditating with others, as well as the workflow within the site is very cumbersome. So from my affinity diagram that I organized, I found that Modern OM users don't actually use their website. They're intercepted from Instagram. As well, users said that they are more likely to attend a meditation class if a friend was present. So from all that information, I basically created a living document that represents the majority of users, and that is represented in Teresa. So she's passionate, she's adaptable, she's a team player, but she's also really stressed. And she found out about Modern OM from a friend. So this journey map really takes her through the process of her booking an event through the website. So some pains that she found was there's a lot of scrolling, especially on the mobile version. The list feature is overwhelming, and it would be much better if she had a clear and accessible way to reference information on the event. So from that, we established the user, we established pain points, then we come to our how might we's. And that's one final way for me to ground myself in the user. So some how might we's we have are how might we help the user stay up to date on events, how might we help them navigate the website efficiently, and how might we help them show them information on the meditation class. From there, we go ahead and we do our ideation. We ground ourselves in the user. Our must-haves for this web app, clear event signups, event notifications, and community-focused homepage and Shopify purchasing. The reason I include the last one is because currently the company is using a Shopify template, so it's important for them to be able to translate what I develop into their product. So this is their current sitemap. The reason I'm showing this to you is because I color-coded it. It looks very nice. Everything in yellow is e-commerce, right? And everything in blue is their current community-based assets. But for the sake of time, we're going to be focusing on the event checkout, which is a more simple flow. So going into low fidelity, 5 out of 7 users found that the wording in the CTA for C schedule is confusing when it's placed next to I'm new. And then users also said that the flow was simple and straightforward. The transition to the mid-fi, I found that users were not able to read the list feature and it was too small. Going into user interface, we did the user or the visual competitive analysis. And some takeaways from that was calendar views are a lot easier to see, and they're just easily palatable. Having a clean, concise layout eases user cognitive load, and having pop-up reminders really helps keep the user informed. From the mood board, we established our attributes, which is spirituality, community, nature in general, that kind of feel. From our style tile, we have the colors. I'm going to be using a lot of Montserrat in this app. And then you see some micro interactions. And again, we're reinforcing this cognitive load and making sure that things are simple for the user to palette. So into our, I don't know why I pulled that up. It's right here. So we are going to give a little preface. Teresa's already signed up. So she's just going to book an event, and she wants to be able to recall that information. So we're going to look at the classes. Click on the first one. As you can see, you have the title, you have the time, the date, how much it costs, things to bring, and possibly accessibility if you are differently abled. You go to book, and you have the standard Shopify checkout, where you would put in all of your information, billing address, confirm shipping, payment method, confirm payment. You've succeeded. Now you have the option to share this, save it to your calendar, or email it. You now have the notification pop up as a sort of feedback from the computer, and you can see that there is a little notification on your profile that something has changed. And then from here, you can see that you will get an in-site notification about the event happening, as well as, a little calendar invite. So, some next steps would be to validate my success metrics, such as sign-up rates and task completion, making a full membership page, and creating an event messaging section, similar to Meetup. My conclusion is taking time, but not too much time, because I know I went over it. Documentation, that really helped me refocus and ground myself within the user. Testing as often as possible, that really saved me this time, and filtering out the extra stuff. And just a little quote that kind of, has guided me through this cohort. And go ahead and add me on LinkedIn. Thanks, guys. Woo!